Good morning, cadre. Oh, I do not want to be awake this morning. Just finishing making up my lather here. I'm using my new Paladin. I think this is the fourth shave I've used this on. I made it off camera. So normally you watch me make my lather when I'm using a badger blade because I'm soaking my brush while I'm in the shower instead of making the lather beforehand. But this brush was so stiff. The first couple times I made lather, it took forever. It just wouldn't splay, and it's loosening up now. It's not bad, but I just did not want to spend a lot of camera time doing something that you couldn't even see. Oh my gosh, now I got lather. As Major Richard said, I got lather for days. Could shave myself and the neighbor twice. I had a little too much water, I don't know. I'm a little tired, getting back into the grind, I guess. I'm making a mess of my neck here. So we're using both ways. Gotta clean up both ways today. Mercy. Tallow and Steel Boreal. If you watch my unboxing, this is just new to me. My initial impression, so this is supposed to be like fir and cedar and woods, and again, like I said, with tallow and steel, you gotta close your eyes and all right. But these could be, I got this and what, West Indies? Let me see. Yeah, West Indies. These could be my last tallow and steel purchases. I think I'm finding like them now that I've got, I think this makes 4 tallow and steel soaps. Like some other soaps, either they've got kind of their go-to scents that they use, or they've got a pretty strongly scented base, so all their soaps have the same kind of base fragrance. Because this smells very similar to Maya, and it doesn't make any one soap bad, but it's just a big turn off to me, because that's the reason that I buy multiple soaps, is so that you can have choice. Isn't that nice, Dave, in Kentucky? You wake up and this morning you say, I'm gonna use Boreal. No, I'm in the mood to maybe have some citrus. Oh no, wait. Lime has been great the last few days, but roasted oatmeal stout. Oh, I miss the smell of that. That's the fun of the hobby. Having all this choice. Yeah, so I think I don't like it when I lather up a soap from manufacturer and be like, it smells an awful lot like this other one they make. But that's all right. It's also nice to be able to pare down and say, I've got enough of that one, I'll go for something else next time. Anyway, just been doing straight shaves for January so far. I don't even know what the date is. I think this is January 7th? It's Tuesday, whatever the heck Tuesday is. Mentioning this is going to seem like a very long week, given that it's been many weeks since I had to work 5 days in a row. Gotta strangle her hair there. I need a haircut. Yeah, I don't know. This seemed to lather just fine, but now that I'm getting it on my face here, it seems to be kind of disappearing, which is not like tallow and steel at all. SS or any straight for that matter, having a thinner lather is not a bad thing. You don't want that thickness sticking your blade to your face. And got a lot of new stuff coming in just to try. Elmer Fudd is sending some soap samples. I know we got a pass around too on, gosh, why? I can't remember the name of the company. Shoot. If you follow Wet Shaving at all, you've probably seen them. Because I remember the first time I saw somebody post a shave of the day with one of these soaps. I kind of thought it must be some kind of novelty soap. They're not, because they're all based off of presidents. The president's face on the front of the tub. What the heck? I'm just thinking of the name of the one soap. Old Hickory is the one I'm looking forward to trying the most. Well, now that's bugging me. I'll have to look that up and talk about it. Oh, I'll show you. When they show up, I'll show you. How's that? So anyway, I ended 2019 wanting to get a few more straight shaves in, and did that. I thought, well, I was kind of bummed I got away from it in 2019. Let's start the year with it. So not only that, I figured, well, let's just keep it. I tend to, when I'm using the SS a few days in a row, the irritation on my necks builds a little bit day to day, so I can only do it so many days in a row. I've been doing pretty well though this time. I thought, why don't I just keep using it until my neck needs the break? But maybe I finally learned a lesson. Maybe I just keep getting to use it, and then I'm just gonna have to stop because I got other stuff I want to use. But I've been getting, I guess I'm being too picky, because I'll get super close BBS with it. This is now, that's awesome. The neck, I've learned a few techniques that did work for my skin, my whiskers, and my anatomy. And when the stars align, I get a pretty good shave on the neck too. It can just lack something that's hard to describe, but it makes it just overall can be unsatisfactory. Again, I think I'm just being a little picky, but it'll be completely BBS, and then I'll just hit like a hair, not like a little whisker, but like, in fact, let's go after that one. Like I run across a little area where I must have missed for a couple of days because it's just in the wrong spot. And that'll just drive me nuts. Because with the DE, you're just whipping it around all over the place and getting everything. And so I'm also dying just to get out the 6S or the Vector or something and get that super close all over shade. So I'm still calling them BBSs because it's smooth everywhere. It's not like there's a whole section. It's like to find one hair and that'll throw the whole thing off. But I know the experience is doing me good in terms of overall improvement of technique. So. Oh, something to talk about. So, Cadre, aka Internet Enablers. No, it's cool. I posted on the "What are you drinking tonight" thread that'll, I think if you're into whiskey and bourbon, which I'm not, but they'll lead you down the road of all sorts of different stuff. I'm a wine guy. So the last wine I posted was one that I gotten on there's this forum called Wine Berserkers, which is I think probably the biggest wine forum on the internet, but just kind of like the Shaving Cadre has forums for what are you drinking and fountain pens and stuff like that. That one had a thread about shaving. I've told the story before, so I won't get into it, but that's what got me into wet shaving. Anyway, there's a special wine kind of made for that group by somebody who passed away. The winery owner passed away a year or two ago, so my last bottle. I've got to mention that. But so just like a wine forum got me into the shaving hobby, the Shaving Cadre got me back into fountain pens. Got me way more into coffee than I ever would have hoped to have gotten into. So the newest, man, my wife is probably like, man, if you just had never found the Cadre, this would have been so much more simple. The latest thing is sous vide cooking. Now, I'm curious if people are like, what are you talking about? Because I had known about this, but most people, I mentioned it too now, are like, have no clue. What are you talking about? That's when you put your food, I think most often meat, basically in a vacuum seal bag and you cook it in, I'm gonna say warm water. It can be hot, but like the first steak I did, I think it was probably like temperature of a hot tub where you put your hand in there, you're not gonna burn it for a decent period of time, like a steak, like 1 to 2 hours. And the magic is that the magic is there's lemon. The magic is that your doneness is determined by what temperature you're cooking your meat to, not how long it's in there. Because in an oven, you put a steak in there, and yes, you can cook your steak to whatever temperature, but it's just going to keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter, right? Your water bath is, say, 135 degrees. Once it gets to 135 degrees, all equalized and stuff, it's as done as it's going to be. And it just sits like that. So you don't keep cooking it. You don't worry about drying out, getting overdone, that kind of thing. You want a steak more done, you turn up the temperature of your water. Interesting. I've done it twice. Works pretty good. It's like anything else. Got to work the kinks out. The first time we did some nice steaks. I think I just learned a little bit about time with those, but basic seasoning made them taste delicious. And then the next time we did it with sea bass and trout. Turned out pretty good. So anyway, yeah. Thanks, Cadre. What's it? JWC or something? JVC the third? Or that's the guy that kind of got the whole sous vide thing started. But actually, a couple guys apparently are doing it. So who knows what will be next? I don't know what's left to get into, but I'm sure some guy will come up with some crazy thing. So I didn't show you, just saw it fly by, already mixed up. We use the Nivea 2-in-1. So I'm gonna have to pick a scent. So yeah, soap was all right. I think the lathering must have been on me because Talon Steel normally is an outstanding performer. It's just the scent didn't knock my socks off, but the Talon Steel is pretty good for when you've got those kind of dark, cold mornings or just are in the mood for, I don't know, challenging soap. I hate to say that, but that's what it is to me. Anyway, I gotta get going. I'll see you on the forums.